Imagine a world gripped by fear, a world where death was not an eventuality but a constant companion. That was Europe in the mid-14th century, when the Black Death swept across the continent. It killed an estimated 75 to 200 million people, altering human civilization. The Black Death, caused by the bubonic plague spread by fleas on rodents, became synonymous with terror. It first appeared in Europe in 1347, arriving on ships from the east. It quickly spread from port to port, carried by infected rats and fleas. The Black Death was highly contagious, spreading through the air and contact with bodily fluids. Victims suffered from swollen lymph nodes, fever, chills, and often a gruesome death. The Black Death's arrival marked one of the darkest chapters in human history. The Black Death's journey to Europe began in Central Asia, a region teeming with trade routes. The Mongol Empire played a significant role in the plague spread. The Silk Road became a conduit for the Black Death. The Mongol conquest of Crimea in the 1340s was pivotal. Genoese traders fleeing Kaffa carried the plague to Italy. From Italy, the Black Death spread rapidly throughout Europe. The Black Death's impact on Europe was immediate and catastrophic. It ripped through communities, leaving behind a trail of death and despair. Up to 1/3 of Europe's population perished within a few short years. The social, economic, and religious fabric of Europe was irrevocably altered. The feudal system began to crumble as the balance of power shifted. Many questioned the existence of a benevolent God and the power of the Church. The Black Death marked the end of an era and ushered in profound change. The Black Death's entrance into Europe was subtle, almost insidious. It arrived on ships, silent carriers of a deadly cargo, docking at bustling ports like Messina in Sicily. The year was 1347, and Europe was about to face its greatest adversary yet. Sailors, ravaged by disease, stumbled onto the docks, their bodies covered in gruesome black boils. Panic, swift and consuming, gripped Messina. The Black Death had slipped its leash and was already on the move. The terror spreads, a continent under siege. Within a year, the Black Death had engulfed much of Italy. Carried by fleas on black rats, it thrived in overcrowded, unsanitary cities. From Italy, it surged north, crossing the Alps into France. By 1349, it reached England, carried on ships. As it spread, so did the terror. Towns implemented quarantines, but the plague often found a way in. By 1351, the initial wave had subsided, reshaping Europe. Section 3. Symptoms and suffering. The grip of the plague. The Black Death was as terrifying as it was swift. Its symptoms, gruesome and unmistakable, struck fear into the hearts of even the most stoic. The plague spread through infected fleas, manifested in bubonic, pneumonic, and septicemic forms. Bubonic plague caused agonizing swollen lymph nodes called buboes. These buboes, filled with pus, were excruciatingly painful. Pneumonic plague attacked the respiratory system, spreading through the air. Victims coughed up blood, struggling to breathe. Septicemic plague caused systemic infection, leading to multiple organ failure. The speed of septicemic plague left no time for treatment. Labor's ascendancy from scarcity to power. The Black Death decimated Europe's workforce. This scarcity created a power vacuum, shifting dynamics between lords and peasants.
Peasants gained bargaining power. Their labor became a precious commodity.
They demanded better wages and conditions. The Black Death sowed the seeds of social mobility.
The feudal system, the bedrock of medieval European society, had been under strain even before the Black Death. The plague accelerated its decline, paving the way for new social and economic structures.
With the Black Death wiping out a significant portion of the peasantry, the foundation of the feudal system crumbled.
The decline created opportunities for ambitious individuals and new social groups to rise.
Merchants and artisans, bolstered by former peasants, gained economic and political clout.
With the Black Death's devastation came a surplus of land. Entire families succumbed, leaving fields and homes vacant.
This abundance of land, coupled with a shortage of labor, reshaped the economic landscape. Peasants gained bargaining power.
Landowners offered higher wages and better conditions. This shift challenged the feudal system.
The availability of land spurred migration and urbanization. Urban centers became hubs of commerce and innovation. The Black Death unlocked economic empowerment and social change.
The Black Death, while a period of immense suffering, also forced innovation and adaptation. With labor scarce, landowners sought ways to improve efficiency.
New technologies like the heavy plow and water mill increased output.
The plague spurred labor-saving devices in the economy. In textiles, the spinning wheel and loom allowed faster production.
Scarcity of artisans led to apprenticeships and guilds.
Urban planning and sanitation improved to manage the dead.
This spirit of innovation continued to shape European society. The Black Death left an indelible mark on the cultural and artistic consciousness of the age. Art and literature became vehicles for grappling with the plague's profound psychological impact.
One of the most enduring artistic motifs was the dance macabre, or dance of death. This allegorical representation portrayed figures from all walks of life engaged in a macabre dance with death.
The dance macabre served as a stark reminder of the universality of death, challenging social hierarchies.
Literature, too, reflected the pervasive sense of doom and uncertainty. Giovanni Boccaccio's Decameron captured the fear, moral ambiguity, and resilience of human nature.
The plague in Boccaccio's hands became a literary device, a backdrop against which human drama unfolded.
These artistic and literary works provided a means for society to process and understand the trauma of the plague.
Through art and literature, the Black Death's impact on the human psyche was immortalized. The Black Death shook the foundations of medieval Europe's religious beliefs. The Church had provided a framework for understanding the world, but the plague challenged these narratives.
Many saw the Black Death as a divine punishment, a sign of God's wrath. Flagellant movements emerged, seeking to atone for sins and appease an angry God.
These processions of flagellants, often numbering in the thousands, marched from town to town. Others began to question the Church's authority and the efficacy of its traditional responses. The plague's indiscriminate nature seemed to contradict the idea of a just and merciful God.
This questioning of traditional religious authority had profound implications for the future of religious thought. The Black Death created a space for doubt and exploring alternative explanations for the world's mysteries.
This shift in religious consciousness paved the way for the intellectual and spiritual ferment of the Renaissance and the Reformation. The plague's impact on faith and reason reshaped the religious landscape of Europe. The Black Death planted the seeds for a profound intellectual shift in Europe. The plague's impact forced people to question long-held beliefs and traditions.
The failure of traditional medical practices led some to question established medical texts and theories. Physicians began to experiment with new treatments and to dissect corpses. This empirical approach marked a departure from reliance on ancient authorities.
The plague's impact on governance prompted new ways of thinking about social order and political authority. The breakdown of feudal structures and the rise of urban centers contributed to a growing sense of change.
This questioning of authority found a voice in the writings of scholars and intellectuals. The Black Death created a climate ripe for intellectual exploration and innovation.
This spirit of inquiry laid the groundwork for the Renaissance. The old certainties had been shaken, and people were more willing to challenge established dogma. The legacy of the Black Death echoes in time. The Black Death continues to resonate in the 21st century. Its legacy serves as a reminder of the fragility of human existence and the transformative impact of pandemics.
The Black Death reshaped the demographic landscape of Europe, leading to labor shortages and shifts in power dynamics. It fostered innovation as people sought new ways to cope with a changed world.
The plague's impact on art, literature, and religious beliefs reflected a profound psychological reckoning.
The Black Death serves as a cautionary tale, highlighting the importance of public health measures and global cooperation. The plague's rapid spread underscores the need for coordinated efforts to prevent future pandemics.
The lessons learned from the Black Death continue to hold relevance today. They remind us that human resilience and the capacity for change can shape the course of history. Living through the storm stories of resilience and loss, the Black Death was ultimately a human tragedy woven from countless individual stories.
Personal accounts reveal the human face of this historical cataclysm.
Consider the story of Agnes, a young peasant woman in England. When the plague arrived, it ripped through her community with terrifying speed. Agnes, witnessing the deaths of her family, found herself orphaned and alone. Her story speaks to the countless individuals who faced unimaginable loss.
Then there's Giovanni, a Florentine cloth merchant whose livelihood crumbled overnight. Facing financial ruin, Giovanni had to adapt, seeking new opportunities. His story speaks to the economic upheaval and resilience of those who weathered the storm.
These stories are united by the human spirit's ability to endure and adapt. The Black Death revealed the strength, compassion, and resilience that define our shared humanity. The human face of tragedy. Chroniclers of the Plague Years. The Black Death found its chroniclers in individuals who documented the unfolding tragedy. Their accounts provide invaluable insights into the social and emotional climate of the plague years.
Giovanni Boccaccio's Decameron captured the fear and resilience of human nature. Boccaccio's work immortalized the stories of individuals navigating the plague's toll.
In England, Henry Knighton documented the plague's impact on the countryside. Knighton's chronicle paints a vivid picture of a society grappling with mass death and social unrest. His meticulous records offer invaluable insights into the plague's impact on everyday life.
These chroniclers serve as our guides to the plague years. Their words transport us back in time, allowing us to glimpse the human face of a global tragedy.
Their accounts reveal the resilience, compassion, and enduring spirit of those who lived through the Black Death. The chronicler's work provides a window into the human experience during one of history's darkest chapters. Beyond the grave-enduring legacies of the Black Death continues to cast a long shadow over the 21st century. Its legacy is etched in history books and the fabric of our societies.
One enduring legacy is its impact on the relationship between labor and capital. The plague's decimation of Europe's workforce led to a shortage of labor, empowering peasants to demand better wages.
This shift in power dynamics challenged the feudal order and sowed the seeds for a market-driven economy.
The Black Death also spurred the development of public health measures. The plague highlighted the need for sanitation, quarantine, and other interventions.
The lessons learned laid the groundwork for modern public health systems.
The Black Death's legacy is a tapestry woven from threads of tragedy, resilience, and transformation. It serves as a reminder of the fragility of human societies and the capacity to adapt and rebuild.
The Black Death left an indelible mark on history, shaping the world we live in today. A mirror to the present, lessons from the Black Death. The Black Death holds up a mirror to the present, reminding us of the enduring power of pandemics.
The COVID-19 pandemic highlights the need for robust public health systems and international cooperation.
The echoes of the Black Death's impacts resonate in the present, exposing societal inequalities and testing resilience.
The Black Death offers lessons in resilience and the transformative power of crisis. The COVID-19 pandemic has spurred advancements in medicine and technology.
The Black Death's legacy reminds us of human ingenuity and the will to rebuild.
The Black Death serves as a reminder of our shared vulnerability and capacity for resilience.
Its lessons urge us to learn from the past, prepare for the future, and face challenges with wisdom and compassion.
The Black Death became a turning point in human history. This catastrophic pandemic ultimately sowed the seeds for profound transformations.
The most immediate legacy was a reordering of social hierarchies. With labor scarce, the balance of power shifted from landowners to laborers. Peasants demanded better wages and working conditions. This newfound bargaining power contributed to the decline of feudalism.
The Black Death spurred innovation and adaptation. Landowners embraced new technologies to increase efficiency. In cities, the scarcity of skilled artisans led to the development of apprenticeships and guilds.
The plague created a climate ripe for technological advancement and economic transformation. The Black Death's impact extended beyond economics and social structures. The plague forced people to confront their mortality, shaking their faith in traditional authorities. This questioning of norms created fertile ground for new ideas and artistic expression. The Black Death's legacy is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of the human spirit.
The Black Death, though a period of immense suffering, paradoxically planted the seeds for the Renaissance. This era, marked by a rebirth of classical learning, artistic innovation, and scientific inquiry, emerged from the ashes of the medieval world.
The Black Death's decimation of the clergy created a vacuum in religious authority, leading some to question the Church's teachings. This questioning, combined with a renewed interest in classical texts, fueled a spirit of intellectual curiosity. Scholars and artists began to challenge established norms and celebrate human potential.
The Black Death's impact on the economy ultimately contributed to a more urbanized and commercially vibrant society. This urban environment fostered innovation, cross-cultural exchange, and the patronage of the arts.
The Black Death, though a distant echo, holds profound relevance for the 21st century. The COVID-19 pandemic reminds us that even in our advanced world, we are not immune to the forces that ravaged earlier generations. The Black Death's lessons offer insights into the impacts of pandemics and the importance of preparedness and global cooperation.
One key lesson is the need for robust public health infrastructure. COVID-19 highlights the critical importance of investing in public health and fostering international collaboration.
The Black Death underscores our world's interconnectedness. Just as the plague spread along trade routes, COVID-19 shows how quickly diseases can traverse the globe. This interconnectedness highlights the need for global solidarity in addressing shared challenges.
The Black Death revealed the resilience of the human spirit and the power of hope. The Renaissance emerged from the plague, transforming society and showcasing human creativity. The COVID-19 pandemic presents an opportunity to learn from the past and build a sustainable world.
The Black Death stands as a stark reminder of humanity's vulnerability to nature, the fragility of our social and economic structures, and the enduring power of the human spirit to adapt and transcend dark times. It is a story that resonates in the 21st century, urging us to heed its lessons and learn from its mistakes.
The COVID-19 pandemic, a stark reminder of our interconnectedness, presents us with a choice: repeat past mistakes or forge a new path, one marked by resilience, compassion, and commitment to humanity's well-being.
The Black Death paved the way for a more equitable, innovative world. The Renaissance emerged from the plague, showing crisis can transform. Let us draw inspiration from the Black Death's lessons, creating a future where pandemics are catalysts for positive change.